Did you two see Gerhard Schröder's new job?
Yes.
His new gig?
No, I haven't seen it yet. What is it? I've just seen that people are talking about him again, which, like I've said, Gerhard Schröder is the coolest of all the neoliberals. Tony Blair, loser. Bill Clinton is beyond canceled.
Yes. Gerhard Schröder he's kind of a Berlusconi character.
No, he's not nearly as bad though. That's the thing.
That's
Berlusconi is just like also like
problematic, very problematic.
Yeah, canceled beyond belief.
Canceled beyond belief. Yeah, Gerhard didn't do that.
Yeah,
not that we know of.
I mean, I'm not saying that Gerhard Schröder is good. It's just that he's like living his best life clearly, and it's like. Yeah, like he's just really rich, and I don't think that there's, the like the Clinton or Berlusconi level of just like disgusting bullshit that he does. And he's not nearly as lame as Tony Blair is pathetic. Tony Blair is just like a shit stain of a human being who cannot fucking go away.
Well, now he's gonna be more rich.
Well, he is the advisor to the Leipzig-based billionaire Christoph Gröner, who I had not heard of before. Do you know anything about him?
No, he's not very. No, I don't know so many.
He is a. The reason I'm mentioning him today is because he is a housing magnate.
Hell yeah, he is.
He builds a lot of, malls and stuff.
Housing.
According to this Die Welt article, he also has 40 Porsches.
That's a lot.
Who, Gerhard Schröder or
unfortunately it's Gröner, but Schröder's his new advisor. And so
he
at this
two Porsches automatically.
Die Welt is describing a charity event where you can drive one of the Porsches around a track, and each lap I think you donate like 1,000 euros or something, or 10,000 euros.
Okay, here's the goal now.
Actually, no, it's funny because Gerhard Schröder, because it was announced at this charity event that he is the new personal assistant. That he also came from a working class background. So now it's up to the entrepreneurs to take care of poor kids.
Schröder said specifically he comes from the precariat milieu, and that his family in his village were the asozialen.
No, he does not say that. Oh my God.
That's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, breaking news. The Guardian just added 0.2 points to his populism score just for saying that.
I really like the charity thing because we should enter it. Okay.
Yes, I'm poor girl.
Yeah. Just so that then I can drive a port like
you want to be on the side of the Porsche drivers and
no. I want to
side.
one of my biggest fantasies is if we were to ever end up in like a, revolutionary situation is that I would just want to steal rich people's cars just to crash them into things like pointlessly. Nice. Like there is no, I literally dream of the day where I can hop in a Bugatti and just crash it at 20 miles per hour into not at high speeds, at embarrassing low speeds, just into things, just destroying them. All right.
Sounds
Porsche, 30 miles an hour just into a fucking telephone pole,
Why a telephone pole? We need infrastructure.
What?
Infrastructure.
Okay, fine. An ampel,
infrastructure.
That's not
again.
Infrastructure, but that's for cars. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no more ampel.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically also for Fußgänger.
Okay, fine. Like a tree. I don't fucking know. What do you want?
Trees? How could you fucking drive into a tree?
Okay, well then what can I crash?
So you care about the climate at all, Nicholas?
Yeah, I do. But what? All right. What can I crash? A Porsche.
Another Porsche.
Fine, perfect, awesome. All right, yeah, that's it. Me and all my best friends are gonna do demolition derby with just really expensive cars.
I love that. Okay.
That is, I like whenever anyone's like, "What's your job in the commune? What's your job in the revolution?" My job is stealing cars and crashing them into things, and then finding another one and doing the exact same thing. If not, crashing expensive cars into expensive cars.
But let me guess, the Immobilien, the what's it called? Real estate that he builds is not for people. It's not social housing, right?
No, he's actually gotten in fights with Berlin about not trying to do more office space and residential space.
Yes,
and
we love that.
Overcome the zonings, and then he blames. You might be surprised that he has some strong words to say about the Mietendeckel and Deutsche Wohnen und Enteignen, of course.
This thing
the
he's
Greens?
not affected by whatsoever.
Didn't he blame a Green
the Greens are, they're the real source of the trouble here. Those people running Berlin.
I mean, I've been saying this. I do agree. This is where, me and the billionaires can agree that the Greens are garbage, but for different reasons. Hey. Welcome to your weekly corner, Späti. What's this coalition that we have now that Kieran's not here? He has a naming system I don't understand.
Is this Ampel Coalition, Traffic Light Coalition?
We'll go
with that, yeah. Okay. Traffic Light Coalition. We got myself, Nick, joined with Rob.
What's up?
And Yulia. Now, who's the Greens?
I'm definitely red.
Well, okay. Which one?
Well,
there's
KPD.
Okay.
No.
I'll be the FTP. Just devil's advocate.
Yes, of course. I didn't want to take that away.
You
from
are a businessman.
Yes, you are a businessman.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm a social democrat. Oh.
That's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
That makes Rob the Greens. That fits.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
What?
He's as tall as a tree and he loves trees.
No, I mean, just Rob's the only one on the show who's vegetarian, and that fits.
Okay.
That's the only requirement.
I actually just, I think they have a good platform.
All right.
And plus, if any person in the show were to get into esoteric stuff, it would be Rob.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Could be fun.
All right.
What are we gathered here for today? We are doing a little bit of first of all, got to do a little victory lap after some long hard work.
Yeah, the Suns are in the NBA Finals. That's right. The corner Späti bump that every single team wanted. It's a thing now.
Much like Devin Booker, the Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen referendum was long considered, bad team, good stats, empty stats guy.
Yeah, and then Drake, wrote a verse about that.
But the referendum, Enteignung, folks, it is wet like book. It has reached, it broke the record actually for most signatures collected in the referendum.
As long as it doesn't break its nose.
I'll get right back up.
350,000 collected. Sometime in the next couple of days, it's going to be officially announced by the city. But because so many were turned in, they had already reached the threshold, which is about 175,000 valid signatures in order to get on the ballot in September.
Beautiful.
And that's the last step. I mean, that's actually not the last step because the referendum is, I'm no German legal expert here, but it's they direct the Senate to make to write the bill.
It's not binding. Yes. So it's like, hey, we kind of want this, and they're like, oh, we consider it. I mean, we it's like, oh yeah, we vote on it, but it's not necessarily that it has to go through. So it's not a law being made by the people.
Yeah. It's a little bit more than a suggestion, but
it's a powerful suggestion.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, given the, let's say, level of the tenor of the debate so far, a lot of people are upset about this. So two things I want to do today. One, I want to actually catch us up on some Berlin real estate news that we skipped over. And that'll be a nice segue because that news is, I think, very clearly in direct. It's in reaction to the kind of popular movement of Deutsche Wohnen und Enteignen. And then we have two little show and tell videos to talk about, just to see what the business world thinks about what's going on. Because I always want to educate myself. That's like a normal green voter. I care about knowledge and smart people, and I want to listen to smart people.
As an FDP voter, I also think that rational discussion, debate is always good. I'm going to, if I don't understand something though, I will watch a Ben Shapiro video to make sure I understand it. Because Ben Shapiro I'm low key.
He should take down Deutsche Wohnen und Enteignen. Ben Shapiro. His silence is deafening.
Yeah. Deutsche Wohnen und Enteignen actually is, they support Hamas. And if you support Deutsche Wohnen und Enteignen, you are an anti-Semite.
I was about to say.
Yeah. because Michael Müller actually believes that.
Yeah,
I take that back. Never mind. That's not even a Ben Shapiro bit. That's a real thing that the mayor of Berlin said.
Yes. Yeah, Mayor of Berlin, or as I call it, the housing real estate's professional cuck. But we're going to get to that in a second. We got some Michael Müller quotes coming up.
I'm
So
excited.
say hypothetically that the apartments are all owned by Jews.
So the big news that happened a couple months back now is the fusion from Vonovia and Deutsche Wohnen.
Beautiful.
Vonovia, the biggest landlord in Germany, Deutsche Wohnen, the biggest in Berlin, of course, that's why it's the name. Basically, since Vonovia is so big across Germany, it's basically they're buying Deutsche Wohnen for some, I don't know, large amount of money. And now they're going to be one company.
Well,
Yeah, sick.
And in my opinion, that should be a antitrust case.
Well, no.
Yeah, did we ever hear about that actually? It just kind of
that-
happened and was like,
2 days ago.
no one's going to.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah.
What?
So
Oh.
I was exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you that you brought this up.
You're welcome.
So,
I love antitrust. That's my favorite topic.
I said the stupid thing about when it happened that then it'll go to the antitrust thing. It'll become like kind of weird. However, I completely forgot that antitrust is nationwide. And because Deutsche Wohnen owns a lot of apartments in Berlin, but they don't own a lot of apartments outside of Berlin,
Damn
it is perfectly fine. You cannot do antitrust on a localized level like that. It wouldn't make any within the German context. That's not a monopoly or anything remotely close to it, because there are how many millions of other apartments not owned by either one of these companies in the country. So it went to it. You could argue on a local level, it very much is a monopoly or an oligopoly, and that it does break antitrust.
Yeah.
But since German antitrust law is done on a national level, it doesn't matter.
God damn it.
Yeah. I was stupid and was like, oh yeah, like it may get shut down, and then like
Nope.
immediately I was like, no, wait, what? This is only in Berlin. Like maybe you could do the argument on a state
Only
level,
in Berlin.
you know, because like there are like Berlin is a state technically.
I know.
There could possibly be a way then legally then to say that then because they control the majority of apartments from large companies or like large landlords in Berlin from a state level, that would maybe be an argument, but that's not going to hold up. Like Germany is very weird about antitrust law because like sometimes like there was the one with Telekom that didn't go through. Remember they were trying to combine with Vodafone, I think it was in Germany or something like that, or like some major whatever. That one didn't go through, but like Kaiser's, the grocery store, was allowed to be bought by
RIP.
Edeka, and there's like 2 grocery stores in the entire country, which is, unfair competition. Let's just say that. So,
You mentioned numbers. Deutsche Wohnen has 113,000 apartments in Berlin. Vonovia has 43,000. Deutsche Wohnen is expropriating all companies that own more than 3,000. So, separate or together, they're going to be affected anyway. It's estimated that if you take all apartments owned by an affected company in Berlin, that's about 250,000. So now Vonovia / DV is going to own, like 60% of that 250,000.
Oh, shit.
yeah. But again, local level doesn't matter.
But as one of our friends, our real estate friends told us, Vonovia is no Deutsche Wohnen. They are Profis at this.
Deutsche Wohnen. Amateurs.
Or just
Amateurs.
assholes.
I'm saying amateurs.
Assholes to the extent that they're not doing capitalism well. They're
I mean, Deutsche Bank's not good at doing capitalism. What?
No. Vonovia has, there's a couple of things going on. One thing I should say is that after the Mietendecke, they made some noise about how we're actually not going to collect back the back due rent.
Wow.
And they kind of put it out there at the PR,
the
we're
good
all in this
guys.
together. There's a lot going on in the city. I could.
They were just singing.
High School Musical, but it's
I don't live under, Vonovia is not my landlord. I could imagine there's some fine print here. Vonovia waived its right up to 10 million euros. So they could be but we're still owed X amount of the back rent. But they made a big deal about we're not going to collect it. Or, we're not going to that'd be too
that's
hard
like the
for
Joe
our
Biden
renters.
thing of I'm gonna forgive $5 billion in debt, and then you realize it's 0.2% of all student debt.
Yes.
The other thing, and this was, I feel the centerpiece of the fusion, certainly produce the most quotes from our lovely representatives who represent us in this city is the Sozialpakt.
Love it. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
What is this? What is this social pact I'm hearing
Love
so
a
much about?
Sozialpakt. I mean, they're returning to German fundamentals. That's what I'm talking about. This is bread and butter German stuff.
Beautiful.
We're not under capitalism. We're under Sozialpaktism.
Oh, yes.
This is some Bismarck shit.
This is some motherfucking soziale
This is
Marktwirtschaft
soziale
shit.
Marktwirtschaft.
Hell yeah. This thing that exists, but no one can tell me what it is.
It means
Beautiful.
we're all in this together.
Yes, exactly.
Soziale Marktwirtschaft. That's German for Familie.
La Familia.
Yeah. So I feel like there's some agreements in there to limit rent increases for X number of years, blah, blah, blah. The big piece, though, is that they're selling 20,000 apartments back to the city. 20,000, it's not 250,000, but hey, it's a number.
It's a number, yes. It's a number.
Yeah, I feel like I'm cannibalizing our later video a little bit, but as the real estate insiders like just say bluntly, they're like, those are the worst 20,000 apartments in their portfolio, and they're probably
of course.
getting them off. Like, it's good to get them off their hands. He's like, it doesn't make any business sense for the city to take them, but that's the point of the city in this little relationship we have here. So the 20,000 apartments are not designed to, I mean, it is you can say it's a compromise in the sense that, like, look, we're doing something, but it exists, like, they have an incentive to do it, right? Like, cleans up their portfolio or whatever it may be. There are a lot of apartments that need renovation. And
Yeah, I mean, it's just that then you're not, it's not that like, all right,
it's a Wohnung für Bastler. How they like to say on eBay. Kleinanzeigen oder
a fixer-upper.
Yeah, it's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, is that because although Vonovia is like a, multi-billion-dollar company, 20,000 things that then aren't going to just
not that
throw.
much for them.
No, it's not that it's not that much for them, but it also then are ones that then like are, from just they would have to, under probably some legal pretext, probably invest a little bit of money.
That's always like that if you want to build, for example. I mean, there's always a contract, of course, with a city. If you want to build, for example, there's always an agreement that you have to build so and so many apartments if you want to build office buildings. Or you have to do social housing, and we've seen that in London, how smart real estate companies are, because then they would build they would build housing, like big fucking skyscrapers or something like that, and a few of them would be social housing, and the rest would be luxury apartments.
Or you would do the thing where you would put the two in one.
Two different entrances, and poor people are not have to take the service entrance, for example.
Yeah.
Or you just don't fucking care about your social housing, and it burns down and everyone dies.
Like that didn't happen, right?
Yes, like that didn't happen just like almost a year ago. No, not a year ago. I said the anniversary was just like recently.
Yeah,
of
for
the
Grenfell
fire.
Tower.
Yes,
yeah.
Sorry, not almost a year ago. It's been a while. But
like typical leftists, you just love complaining.
Yeah, I do.
And there's some people out here who are,
hopeful,
they
positive.
like to see, like, maybe Vonovia's trying to help us. Or maybe it's my job to pretend like, to give these quotes out into the media and act like people are starting to question whether Vonovia should be in our city. But, we gotta let them know that they're a trusted member of our social partnership.
Good PR.
Who should we start with? How about the CDU?
Go for
yes,
it. Yes.
My favorite.
The CDU sees this merger as an opportunity for Berlin. Apparently it's the future in social pact, not just Sozialpakt.
Damn, it's a modern.
Is an approach
Contemporary
to solving Berlin's housing and rent problems. Quote, above all, it shows that the real estate industry is willing to work on the problems, and that you can
That's
obviously...
a disgusting word to hear. The real estate industry. Fuck off.
We're talking about Immobilienwirtschaft, just for clarity. And that you can obviously achieve a lot in talks with the, say it with me, real estate industry, said Berlin CDU leader Kai Wegner.
Kai Wegner, yeah, king. he is doing this really interesting thing right now where he is using the anti-Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen stuff.
Anti-Deutsche.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's using it to campaign at the same time. So it's like kind of illegal what he's doing. But because he's putting his face on a thing of vote against Deutsche Wohnen. Vote against Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen.
Confusing.
That he's using it as his campaign for September, which is actually illegal.
Oh, yeah.
I can only hope that strengthens Deutsche Wohnen Enteignung because I hate that fucking dumbass.
I mean, but that is such a typical Sozialpact kind of thing to do. Oh, we all sit on one table. This is a round table. We talk about it. It's what's it called?
At our dinner table, like a family.
Yeah, like a family. What's it called?
It's a family, yeah.
There's a word for it. If employers and employers, so unions, employers.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it's called. I know what you mean.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I'm
But this
stupid.
is soziale Marktwirtschaft, basically. When unions,
It's not a real thing. You can't tell me.
I know, but that is what is considered.
Nope, it's not a real thing.
Marktwirtschaft.
Because that's like legitimately the stupid fucking idiot thing that I hear all the time from Germans. Like, it's like you take the socialism and you take the capitalism. It's like
And they sit at
these
the
are two
table.
different systems. They do not work together. There is no such thing as like, because that's that fucking shit that like Cenk from Young Turks did for the longest. Of like, you get a little sprinkle of socialism and a little sprinkle of capitalism. It's like the state and capital literally work together. You know, like this is the stupidest shit. Like that there isn't a thing that these two things like function perfectly in harmony with one another. You know, like I don't want to be a fucking nerd, but like, you know, like read a fucking book about like what the history of capitalism is. It is continuous state intervention. Oh God, sorry. Because it doesn't exist.
I think we can calm Nick down with a quote from the Green Party.
Yes.
Yeah. Stroke my belly, you know, like my paws are up.
Actually, there's no quote here. I'm just reading from the FT, or I forget which one source this is from. But Bettina Jarasch, so the Green Party candidate, called for binding agreements on issues such as a rent increase freeze, affordable new construction, and more community-oriented housing in Berlin. That's it. Doesn't say anything about the fusion directly.
I don't know. Sounds good. I'm voting for him.
But this SPD quote is tasty to me.
Is it from my man?
It's from perhaps formerly your man, the Bezirksbürgermeister von Neukölln, Martin Hickel.
Ooh.
He conceded that many mistakes had been made in housing policy in recent decades. The purchase of 20,000 apartments was, quote, a unique opportunity to at least partially revise the wrong decisions of recent years in the interests of tenants. So
what a fucking cunt.
Sounds pretty good to me, man. They're going to revise the
pesky
problems.
tenants who just want to like live in like affordable housing. Like, damn, we fucked up. Dude, the SPD, horrible, stupid. I hate that I defend them sometimes on this show. The pesky tenants. Get a fucking grip, dude.
So one last thing. I should say there are some critical quotes. Kenzo Kitsutepe, a Social Democrat MP in Friedrichshain-Kreuzberg, said, we already have a massive imbalance of power on the housing market. The merger will further exacerbate this problem. Just common sense truth.
Yes.
But I'm instead going to quote from the press conference that Michael Müller had with the Deutsche Wohnen Vorstandsvorsitzende. I'm just going to give my vibe.
Giving him a
Remember, it was a couple months ago. We got a nice
hell yeah.
business fist pump going on here.
Sick.
This
That's
is
cool.
This exudes
that's fucking just, you know,
economic power.
Yeah, that's swag right there. That was the press conference where Michael Müller had a Freudian slip.
Back in May?
Yeah.
Oh, lay it on me.
How? What?
He said that then he's like, this is the best. It was so in German, it was like that. It's the best thing. He was supposed to say for the citizens, and he said for business.
Yes, that is definitely a Freudian.
He's just trying to cover it up, but I'm a business man. We're all on our grind. Michael Müller said cooperation instead of confrontation is what he called it. And, quote, a new beginning.
New beginning.
Yeah. New dawn.
I can't find the quote here, but Müller or one of them said explicitly, like, 20,000 apartments will already be the biggest social housing cooperative in the city, and like that's already going to be a new record. So we should just start. We should just start with this, before we jump into 250,000. Maybe start with 20,000, see how it goes.
And then
it's
they'll
already
just,
a lot.
They'll do that thing that then like the U.S. always does of like doing a social project, quote unquote, and then just running it into the ground so that they can be like, look, it failed.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, when I referred to him as the professional cuck earlier, like when you have the real estate industry being like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like, well, you can flex on the politicians when like, I would too. Like, yeah, they are there to do your bidding. Like I would throw in an extra little flex there, like, cause you can. They are there to do your bidding, and you can basically get away with it if you're Deutsche Wohnen. I mean, they have for a while until Vonovia had to step in with like slightly better PR, and then every media outlet will trip over themselves to be like, now, like the language they always use is that like, now this is a clever deal. Like they love to be like critics and be like, now that was a smart move right there, what Vonovia just did. Like I can really appreciate the craft of what they're doing.
You know what this reminds me of? All right, this reminds me of when I was watching Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals.
All right.
And
on us.
the Clippers were getting their asses handed to them, but since it was a nationwide ESPN broadcast, they're like, wow, the Clippers are just doing great, That's the way it is, because they don't want to admit that the smaller market team is like doing well, so they'll just be like, wow, DeMarcus Cousins just really playing his best, while he just like left and right, just like not getting called on fouls and shit like that, just playing like a dum-dum. Yeah, that's the same shit. Is it like, wow, like yeah, they may not be on top right now, but they're playing a strong defense.
Like I said, as you might be able to tell, we are very excited that the Phoenix Suns won
I like that
the Eastern Conference.
Western Conference. Oh, come on.
Western shit. You know that I know that.
Yeah,
Western Conference.
It's fine. Yeah, but
I actually always mess up East and West in like countries, even in Germany. Like I have to like Germany, it's okay, but if it's another country, I'll have to be like
two different countries.
But I have to stop and be like, which way is close? Like, okay, but which side is like California side? Like I'll like look at like Slovakia and be like, hey, California would be there. Yeah, that's the West.
Wait,
what is the California of Europe? Oh, Portugal.
Portugal.
No, it isn't, but still. Yeah.
What?
So
maybe one day.
I really do appreciate then the sense of, because this is also the thing that's really interesting as well with German media as well, is that so many people in this country do not realize that, I think I may have mentioned this before, like recently on a show, of that German media is controlled by like one family, like the overwhelming majority of media that is in this country is like Springer Verlag. There's maybe a few things here and there that aren't, but they still kind of like fall into that same category of like center right to right wing journalism. So obviously, like they're gonna get just softballs thrown to them, like Vonovia and whatnot, because they're
damn.
It's just because like that's the thing, is that like reading the like after the Mietendeckel was turned over and all this other stuff, you see BZ, who's like a Berliner Zeitung, the bad one, not that there's really a good one, but the worst one, just kind of having a thing on their like, they're just continuously big font reactionary, like, oh, this is going to affect, they're always talking about like the senior citizens and like the this and the that or whatever. But then when it comes to anything of Deutsche Wohnen, of Enteignung or anything like that, they just continuously blame the red green government, because they're obviously very clearly like in the pocket of Vonovia or Deutsche Wohnen, because they are a right-wing pro-CDU publication, or maybe not pro-CDU, but like very ideologically similar to the CDU and the FDP.
Well, they're not, they're definitely not on the side of the Greens.
No, exactly.
Or the left.
Yeah, exactly. Because they are a private-run company that is a Springer thing who has direct ties to the governing fucking government of this country. Like that's that like Angela Merkel and the head of Spiegel are really, or not Spiegel, the head of Springer are really good friends.
Like balls or like events or
that should not be normal. Like that would literally in any other country be seen as like authoritarian tendencies.
Nah, dude, Germany's winning. That's what it means. It means Germany's doing well.
Yeah,
you kind of everyone's still like buying into the dream to be like, no, everything's great. We are perfect democracy.
It is. It's perfect. Yeah, but it's just
well, it's private, so they have no obligations, no rules.
Yeah, it's the shit that's so funny too with like Ulf Polschat being like, how can there be people reporting on the Greens this way? It's like, you literally do the same thing, but with the FDP.
Yeah.
Like, you are so cucked for Christian Lindner that if you had the opportunity to suck his dick, you would do it. Like, there is no question, dog.
While we're talking about German liberty, one thing I like about some of these reaction videos, so to jump back up to the present, the present moment, since Deutsche
back
Wohnen,
to reality, if you will.
Deutsche Wohnen indeed has reached the next level. A lot of people are talking about, well, what is this? It's making people ask some big questions, that real deep talk. Like, well, what is liberty and what is freedom? And a lot of people, especially real estate experts, let's say, are saying, well, the most important freedom in Germany is the freedom of contract. And this, our friend Corona, our boss, along with Schröder, he's the fourth mic here, he's just not talking. He has said in interviews about how this is fundamentally verfassungsfeindlich because Germany has a freedom of contract. And this would be violating a contract that already, I guess, to be fair, he said that about the Mietendeckel because you're revising a contract I made, changing the rent. But they're using the same language about the Enteignung campaign too, because, you're messing with my stuff and that's against liberty.
Do love property.
But it would be then the sense of like, that's just really funny because it's just, like, the state can create the legal pretext of things. Like, it is not. Germans are so dumb about the law.
We all know that the state is there for.
Yeah, no,
that.
of course.
And
yeah.
I find it so funny when, especially like libertarians or something, always say like, oh, the state is regulating too much, not realizing that everything that works in economy is because of the regulation of states and because of the infrastructure of states and because of what the state does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would not work without. You wouldn't have a right to protect a contract without the state, for example.
Exactly. Yeah.
There would be no one to enforce a law or to fucking give you the guarantee that if you sign this piece of shit, contract.
What's the difference sometimes?
Yeah.
Especially these rental contracts in Berlin. Yes. Hey, am I right?
Oh, well, you might not get any.
That's the thing that I just find that's so crazy too, is that it's always these big businesses being like, oh, well, because that's the thing currently right now with the sense of like, there's just no apartments. We need to build, like, that entire bullshit thing. Build. It's like, there's empty apartments everywhere.
They are.
You should be like, they should be ripped out of your hands if you don't use them for a year.
There should be a fucking rule for that. Yeah,
exactly.
There should be, like, you're not using this space that you literally bought from us, kind of, because like they bought it from state. Or
wherever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're not doing anything with it, and it's just like hanging out.
It literally is. It's a waste of space at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just empty apartments.
Yeah. So I think that the state should just do the full thing of that. If you have an apartment that's being unused for 6 months, it should be taken out of your possession.
It should be part of social policy. Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's not. That shouldn't be fucking radical.
Write that down in the fucking Grundgesetz. Do you listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another argument. Okay. Fair point.
Yes.
But another argument that a lot of people, I feel like, especially with
devil's advocate right now?
I'm introducing our content that a lot of people have made, especially since this, I guess we got to take this seriously. We can't rag on it like the Mietendeckel that you destroyed our precious contract. Instead, what they say is that, it's just not good business sense. Here are a couple quotes in Handelsblatt from one Jürgen Michael Schick.
Schick.
He literally seems to be a professional talk show guest. That's what I gleaned from his Wikipedia. Yeah. It lists with citations hart aber fair, Maybrit Illner, Günther Jauch,
I swear,
Münchner Runde.
That's our too hot to handle or something like that. What is reality TV? That's our keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, it's just
Germans love talk shows and talk shows.
Germans love fucking having.
So that's why you can be like, in America, you can be a professional reality TV star. Here you can be a professional talk show guest.
Yeah. I love going on Anna Will and just being like,
being racist.
Yeah. And that's my job. Like, I'm grinding.
Someone has to say it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing too, is that like the AFD like did get a lot of support that way by just being the professional racists on TV,
in other countries too. Bolsonaro, that was always his go-to.
Trump.
He was always on those.
Come on, he was invited on all the.
The U.S. doesn't have the same culture of like talk show.
I know.
debates,
He was just on all the late night shows.
But every presidential candidate's invited onto those. Okay. That's normal. Yeah.
They were so mean to Bernie.
Yeah.
Fuck
this is the thing, is that we needed Bernie's swag. No, we needed Bernie's policies with Trump's swag. That would have been the perfect candidate. I'm being 100% serious. No, dude, leftists are too nice.
That's Hufeisen till.
No, I don't give a shit. I would love if just like Bernie Sanders just mocked the shit out of John McCain instead of being he's my friend.
I agree with Nick in this. I would, if you think what Nick said is controversial, ask yourself if Bernie was as antagonistic to the Democrats as Trump was to the Republicans.
Exactly, yeah. And plus, think about it, like, you probably post stuff just like, like talking sense, about like cum tributes for Donald Rumsfeld and stuff like that. You want that person to exist in the actual political field.
So you want like a dirtbag left kind of guy.
No,
it doesn't even have to be dirtbag, but I think Bernie, for whatever, we're getting sidetracked here, but whatever Bernie's, whatever his new movement, it can't have the stink of Democrat on him.
Oh, I agree.
I agree. The stink. Yes. And for Trump, whatever, even if he governs like fucking Marco Rubio, at least in the campaign, he gave, and again, it's all a game of inches, right? So Trump just got, always. But if Trump got an additional 50,000 people to be like, he's running as a Republican, but he's not a Republican. He has swag, which Bernie did not get the same. And maybe there's difference in the primaries, but I think that's the general crux of the situation.
I do agree, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I just want...
someone else we agree with is Jürgen Michael Schick, quote.
Deutsche Wohnen is a thought.
This is true. The intended socialization, that is the Enteignung, because it's legally Vergesellschaftung, would be an absolute novelty in the history of the Federal Republic. And, we will have just had new elections, and it would be well advised not to break new ground. There's going to be a lot of changes. Why do something?
New things?
He doesn't want to, He argues that socialization would only change the identity of the landlord, but not a single new apartment would be created.
We don't need
new. The new building is like the constant go-to because
I know.
They say, expropriation is a sham solution and, quote, a pointless socialist prestige project. Ooh, how about that?
But sounds good to me.
He practiced that one in the mirror before.
I was say that's a clusterfuck of words that make no sense.
Socialist prestige project.
You know what's fucking prestige shit? Socialism. These motherfucking champagne socialists over here being prestige AF, and I just don't appreciate it.
I love this comeback from president of the German Housing Association, Axel Gedashko, says 11.5 million or 60% of all tenant households in Germany currently pay a net rent of less than €7 per square meter, which is like, okay, but this is about Berlin.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just said Germany.
Yeah, where do they do that? Yeah. Where do they live? Like, because it's not here. We all pay like 13 square meters.
Yeah, we fucking, we fucking took the average of like Zwickau.
But but honestly, that is part of their like implication, which is that like, all right, go ahead and fucking move to Zwickau. Fuck you. You should want to move to Zwickau to work for me.
They really,
to work at the Trabi factory. Yes, I would love that.
They really want to turn this into London, or I don't know how the New York situation is, but
New York's always been bad.
Yeah, but it sounds like London, where you have to move out of the city to even live in the city.
Yeah.
So like Verdrängung kind of.
Yeah, and Berlin has significally lower wages than London or New York.
Yeah, exactly.
That is always the thing to go back to.
That's a German thing though. That's like internal devaluation. Yeah.
No, but it's something to emphasize. I mean, Tom's mentioned it. I feel like both times he came on, he mentioned it because like a lot of fucking Americans or just people at that should be like, well, this is so much cheaper than my apartment in Bushwick, and it's like as a percentage of income, it's not radically different.
No, yeah, exactly. Like
the Berlin rents versus other major cities.
Yeah, the thing that then shit, I just went blank right now.
Point blank.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of that thing too, where you have that like weird FDP poster, who I think like Jan and Pauli from Hölle 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 got and just shat all over him, where it was like, nice. I'm a Dorfkind, and they were like, it costs nothing to live out here. It's like, what don't you fucking people understand that then like, if I want to live in the city, or if like my job requires me to live in the city, why should I be punished in higher? Like that's it. Yeah. It's such a stupid, idiotic thing of like, well, you can just go wherever the money works for you. It's
cities
like,
are for rich people. Cities are for rich people. I'm sorry, dude.
You want to know someone who can?
Yes.
Who?
Aktien mit Kopf. The one and only Kolja. Actually, I don't know his last name.
Show me. I want to know.
Kolja Baghorn.
What? Joe.
Baghorn. Looks like, I don't know, Dutch or something.
Disgusting.
Baghorn.
He's
Dutch.
He is a, for those who don't know, Aktien mit Kopf. And honestly, if you don't know,
it's
so you wait. Aktien that are just giving me top? What? Giving me head?
Yes.
Make your Aktien work for you.
Stocks
good
giving
head.
me. Stocks give me that just bomb ass dome.
Are you not getting passive head? Are you working too hard for your head?
Brain.
Yeah.
No.
Would you rather have
stocks giving you head or
I don't know.
I don't know what's the opposite of that.
No, he is who stumbled across him? I found him, but you'd seen him before.
I've seen him before, but not for the Deutsche Wohnen stuff.
He is a German YouTuber with decent. I mean, he has a book he's selling on Amazon. He's advertising
how to get that sloppy
shirts.
toppy from your stocks.
You can get shirts and hoodies and €5 start bonus by Bondora, and he gives you Aktien analysis and all this stuff.
I love his cap because his cap literally says natural born capitalist.
Oh, yeah. And he is, the rational capitalist is all about believing in fundamental values of it's okay. The subtitle is with work.
I realize now how you get massive dome from your stocks. You have to get fucking pegged by capital nonstop. I mean, this makes so much sense now.
Hold that thought.
Fellas, do you like being pegged by ideology?
So just to, I guess this is the last thing we have for this episode. I will put the video in the comment because we are just going to react to this reaction video for the rest of this episode. So Kolja, as the YouTuber does, made a Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen takedown video. I'm sure you listener are familiar with the genre. It is 22 minutes called Deutsche Wohnen AG Enteignen, all caps, meine Reaktion, all caps. And it's like videos of protests, and he's in the corner and he pauses it and says stuff and all that stuff. Okay, that came out on April 5th. April 7th, new drop. And if you're a regular Aktien mit Kopf listener, you're probably like, a double dip 2 days later, already a new video? You know it's going to be good. And what it is, the title is Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen is against democracy. Privatanleger, defend yourselves.
That's sick.
The social class of Privatanleger.
Privatanleger,
private investors.
Yeah. Private investors have to rise up and defend themselves.
Something private investors have never done in history before, ever. Yeah. Okay. That's the thing. That's so funny to me that he's like, the most privileged class that like literally has the state apparatus of violence.
I have to say, I buried the lead. He lives in Mallorca, is the thing.
About that.
So you don't need to live in Berlin.
The 17th state of Germany.
You can live in Mallorca. I'm looking at his video. He has a whiskey and cigars kind of
whiskey
wall decoration behind him. He has a painting.
What kind of
and he's living his best life in Mallorca, getting that passive dome. And you could be too if you weren't, if you just follow his rules and if you were to be rational and believe in freedom. And he's very upset about the movement, Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen. And he said, well, one of his video sections is, Wir sind kein Abschaum. So it's like, we are not
fellas, you getting that good Abschaum?
Well,
which is we are not
kind
scum.
Of works in that
What,
Abschaum.
scum?
Really?
No, the Abschaum.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
your stock's giving
he
you
is
good options.
look, okay. He's personally offended by the Deutsche Wohnen and Enteignen movement because it's dangerous, guys. Like you don't understand. This is a big deal. This is threatening the foundations of Germany as a Rechtsstaat, and we have to do something about this. This is what he is saying in his video, again from Mallorca. The reason it's so beautiful is he's just walking down a completely empty beach.
Because he invested and he bought that beach.
He is living in paradise alone. There is nobody around him.
Except for a seagull that is landing at some point in the background.
I love that he kind of has a similar vibe to Jeremy Fragrance of like leaving everything behind and just being lonely.
Yeah, but it's like, no, I mean,
to me, he kind of looks like he drinks Powerade or Red Bull. Probably Red Bull. Because
I drink Red Bull.
gotta get those electrolytes up. The thing is, no German, you might, like, if you were to come at a German and he's like, you can't tell me anything. I'm standing next to a palm tree. There's nothing in, like, my life is complete.
Exactly.
I'm actually right now sitting next to a palm tree.
Yeah, true. You are. You're sitting next to some kind of tree.
I do. Yeah, fuck you
Yeah.
guys. I got a fucking palm tree.
Yeah.
A palm tree in my fucking
No, but
room.
I got a palm tree in my house, dog. I grinded for this view.
Nick, the way he takes it personally is a little bit of a tell that he's not a big boy capitalist.
No, he's not exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So I want you to elaborate a little bit on your thesis here.
Oh yeah, that there's like my favorite thing of these kind of people is the ones who like buy into the ideology of capitalism, that it is like a ideological struggle for their bullshit, because those are the ones who are like they're probably making money on the stock market. Like, let's be real, like any idiot, if you just trade stocks enough, can make money doing it. Like, it does not make you a genius of buying and selling things.
No, they're like easy apps for that now, for example.
Exactly.
That is, trading, day trading.
Yeah.
is like a hobby now for the kids.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah,
because
we've seen it on Reddit.
No, of course, yeah, and it's just the thing of that. Then, like, you can then like take part in this thing, and because you're then like making a little like this, it's like the shit with Bitcoin too. Yeah. Like, because we're witnessing, because first off, we're just in a period of such hyper financialization that then if you invest in something that then's like doing decent, you will, that you will make money. That's just
That's how ridiculous it got.
Yeah. Like the stock market is so unstable now that if you
That's
understand,
if you understand, we all know the game shop shit.
Yeah, no, not even just that. That's a whole other.
GameStop,
But just the sense that then that the stock market is growing at the rate that it's going. If you understand anything about macroeconomics, you know that then that the what is to come in the next 5 to 10 years when that initial crash happens will be like 400 times the fucking Great Depression or some shit. You know, like, we're still not out of the financial crisis of 2008.
Damn,
if you think about
welcome back austerity.
Still in austerity, you know, depending where you are in the world.
Yeah.
But the thing that's just funny is that then for these people, they buy into the ideology of it because they're making like, you know, they're making a little bit of money here. They can probably like, you know, it's like the people who are like.
But he's just doing, as he mentions in the video, just doing it for his Rente, his Altersvorsorge, his pension.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
and when you take away Deutsche Wohnen flats, you are destroying people's Ruhestand, retirement, because then...
That's not something that should obviously be taken care of by the state, but whatever.
Exactly, because this private investors...
Imagine believing in 401ks.
Yes.
Just a completely unstable... Like,
yeah, I stopped believing 401ks when I was like 11, dude. And I already knew when I was 9, like I saw like it was like 401k, like I saw my parents do it. So it's not, I just pretended to keep them happy.
But no, that's like, so back to the thing is that then like, so people like him who are like making a little bit of money on it, like ideologically believe in the tenets of capitalism and like liberalism, and it's like, this is freedom, this and that and that. The people who are making like moving money, you know, the ones who are like really like governing the economy, don't ideologically believe any of this shit. No. They just like the thing is actually that they understand the material aspect of that. They're like,
that's why
it's bullshit.
That's how they know that they can trick this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And make that money.
They literally like make up rules for like dividends. Or just something they fucking just like made up one day. Or like, we can financialize anything. You know, the fact that then one of the best examples that like Trash Future brings up all the time is the sense that Netflix is just making bad bad movies over and over and over again. Just
bad movies, they're great.
No,
they're
but
coming out like, of age stories.
No, but like all these garbage Netflix things that then exist is because Netflix is just like faking their numbers and continuously just like putting shit out because they can infinitely make money on it. You know, that is
smart.
Being like that is a different level of capitalism that this dude will never be able to.
No.
All because of low interest rates that Netflix does this, mind you.
Are you saying it's not good business sense to, as he says he did in the video, buy stocks in Deutsche Wohnen?
Yeah, this is kind of funny because
Did he buy it before or after?
No,
they...
after. So the funny thing is, he mentioned in the video how now the stocks, like if they lose flats, if they get expropriated, then they will, of course, lose their stocks. Like, or their stocks won't be.
But did he buy Deutsche Wohnen before they got bought by Vonovia?
I don't know, but he bought it.
Yes, before.
But he didn't know. Money.
Then he didn't know, but he bought it in reaction to people saying it should be Enteignung.
So
again,
out of dumb luck,
Mallorca boy, he keeps winning.
That's the thing, though, is that it's.
But the thing is, he didn't do it because of that. He did it really to own the Deutsche Wohnen Enteignen.
I know.
Like,
I feel kind of owned in my Berlin apartment right now. Not in Mallorca.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, is it just simply out of just his dumb stupidity, he made money off of it because Deutsche Wohnen's like stock price just like went up. I don't know how many stocks he bought of it. There's a video of him doing it. Or whatever.
I would say give him a follow, leave a like.
Yeah,
or maybe a comment.
So that's the thing, is that like you in order to understand then the shit about then how capitalism functions, you have to understand then like the state mechanism that then, or like people who tell you that then that the like market relations just exist in a natural relationship.
Yes, it's a natural force.
Free market attitudes
and
whatnot. Stupid,
force, don't you know?
Of course it is. But exactly that. Like the fact that there is this merger and stuff like that because of a political decision that then is threatening this company, then shoots the price up of Deutsche Wohnen, like literally makes his worldview not like, even though he made money on it and he's a stupid little baby. The fact that they like just these ideological like libertarian weirdos are just like, it's the market, baby. It's like literally that was a political reaction. Like that entire thing was because of
course, yeah. It's funny.
I think we can clarify this a little bit because I have the description for his book here, and he's pretty upfront where he says this is not a get rich quick book. He says, okay,
that's good.
He says he puts a list here.
I hate those.
And says this book is definitely not for you if you think A, that multi-level marketing is the only true fulfillment for your life. B,
oh damn, I was always thinking that.
Yes,
that you will become rich from the sofa by trading on your cell phone. C, that you can invest risk-free on the stock market in shares. D, that other people will take care of your wealth. Or that wealth is created by redistribution. Forget it. And
wealth is literally created by redistribution, but okay.
Yeah, he just said
his alternative. Only the rational capitalist will be successful in the long term. What is this rational capitalist?
We're using the kategorischen Imperativ when we deal with the market.
He knows the impassable terrain in which he is on the... Oh, God, this deep L's translation is bad. He knows the impassable terrain that he is passing through because he has built up the knowledge of the true capitalist and has recognized its problems. He knows that he is primarily responsible for his own happiness and success and nobody else.
Everyone's on their own. This is Hunger Games. Battle Royale.
He knows that meat tastes good, but he better let Helga, the interest cow, do her work in peace.
What?
I'm not sure what that part means.
That's really weird.
Helga, die Zinskuh besser in Ruhe. I don't know.
Can I see it in German? Weiß, dass Fleisch schmeckt, aber Helga, die Zinskuh besser in Ruhe und ihre Arbeit machen.
Oh, I get what he means by that. He made his own idiom. Of like, he wants to eat, but he knows that then in the sense of leaving something to go.
And then, you get money out of the...
He made an idiom that doesn't even exist in German.
Wow.
That's capitalism.
That's
you can
fucking-
invent your own idioms.
Die
This is a dude who sits like this at a table.
Helga die Zinskuh.
Our fingers are tented, and we are learning how to be, quote, an experienced and sovereign capitalist.
Yeah, I know pussy tastes good, but
You got to let it marinate.
Yes.
Okay. He uses tools in stock trading, for example, which are utterly demonized by socialists and sought after by capitalists like the Holy Grail. Do not be a victim. Be rational and act wisely. What to expect? Okay, here's what.
I mean, I do think the stock market is just immoral. So yeah, he's right.
Here's
about
what
that.
you can expect. We heard what, if you read this, faux out of here. But if you want these things, dive right in. A, the market situation explained. B, the knowledge of a capitalist. C, the everyday life of a capitalist. D, the 10 commandments.
Wake up, grind.
of a capitalist.
There are commandments.
He's got 10
1,
commandments.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's the thing.
10?
His book
The 10
sounds like,
capitalist commandments.
I don't want to say Ben Shapiro, but he's on some Athens and Jerusalem shit, which is like,
Nice.
It's not here to make money. It's like he's trying to be Jordan Peterson. Like, your life will get better if you follow my 10 commandments and embrace capitalism. But it's like, capitalism doesn't really give a shit about you either. You're just in the right position if you happen to accumulate capital. But I mean, he's living in Mallorca,
alone with a seagull.
Alone with seagulls, and I guess he has a stable rent situation. He probably owns, maybe.
I bet he doesn't even own his place.
I don't think so. I think he has a flat or something somewhere. Maybe he lives in a hotel.
I bet he has I bet that it's really weird because I bet that he lives in Mallorca because his parents own a piece of.
We're uncovering.
Papi and mommy.
Yeah. Mommy, Papi, can I move to Mallorca? Become a stock bro.
Yes, my son Kolja.
I have to say, a lot of positive comments here. We are not winning the YouTube war, folks. This one says, I love when Kolja gegen Sozialisten raged. I love when
he rages against socialists. Hell yeah, dude.
Sounds funnier in German.
Dudes. So seriously, these people in the comments think they're cool.
Well, they are.
I think this
I just
guy
feel like
is cool.
They are just.
They're just Redditors, dude.
The willing, but they are also the willing. How much are you worried about them as willing foot soldiers of Deutsche Wohnen?
None
or
at
they're
all,
they're just falling.
They're
just gonna get caught up in the maelstrom. They're just whatever. They're up today. And
these are the guys who were in the line with us when we were at the bathroom for the football game. Who were I can kick that ball into the goal. They all look like business students. They all think that they're good at something, but they're just fucking dipshits. They're all little special German boys, and yes, boys who just have grown up in the upper middle class of German society. That is all it is.
Yeah.
It's not you have the two genders of this. You either have the upper middle class guys who become not woke isn't the right thing, but they become spiritual and they're into yoga and they talk about they go to India or some shit like that
and learn about rational capitalism.
Then you have this dude. Then you have
that's
the
what
it
you learn
honestly
in
sounds
India.
religious. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the others. That's the only two
Yes,
dudes
it is.
that are.
It's
in
kind of
German.
you
The
gotta
one guy's into
meditate in the
bouldering.
morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then connect your soul with capitalism or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
they can definitely overlap and become the same person at times. So you can have a
Capitalist
dude.
Kama Sutra.
Damn, that sounds fucking
Your
horrible.
stock's giving you head.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely have the dude who wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, meditates, and is really into kratom and shit like that. Be this
You
dude,
gotta
but they can
prepare
also,
your
but they can
mind
also
and
be
your
a green
soul for day
voter.
trading.
Yeah, and the thing is, I would, there are people who maybe your parents do own a flat in Mallorca, and it's honestly, probably nice to get some warm weather, get a walk on the beach, but these people build up a whole mind castle about how it makes them
Yes.
an Übermensch,
I know.
and it's
I love when that happens.
you just happen whatever I don't know. And I mean, maybe I haven't seen enough of his videos to whether because of course, if he was a real capitalist, he would know deep down, I'm selling you a bunch of shit because this stuff doesn't always work.
Yeah.
I can't promise that. You're just a little fish in the big sea. But, buy my stuff, you kind of have to he becomes a capitalist insofar as, this illusion he can like if everyone buys into his little like into his bullshit, then then it'll work.
I find it very fascinating because it's for me it's kind of well, he wears a cap that says natural born capitalist. At the same time, he gives you tips how to become a capitalist. And I think you are not born a capitalist. You become. I just modified a Simone de Beauvoir quote. He probably. Sorry. Just like
on this
that really bothered me.
2 weeks ago, he interviewed Christian Lindner, and he's wearing a hat that says Cloud9 Money.
Cloud nine money. Sorry.
Which is honestly a good description of his life. He's probably sitting on Cloud9, doesn't have to think about anything. And there's some money here.
He has a great goatee, though.
I'm going to come up with, in the same way that when I was a little kid, I'd come up with stories about my Beanie Babies and put on a little show for my brother. He's doing that, but for 50,000 German boys on YouTube.
That's how many
saying
people,
that he is a starker, saying things like, wenn die FDP mehr Prozent bekommt als die SPD, dann ist die Welt eine bessere.
Oh yeah.
Tolles
Shawty won a ball with the
Tolles
team.
video call, yeah.
Money sitting tall, Yao Ming. That's what I've been saying.
Christian Lindner.
Yeah.
He's just, and I mean, and he's making it work. 120,000 views on this video. Dude.
I'm sorry. Anyone who votes for the FDP,
Kolya's getting top. He's getting caught, man.
We know how you, Lisa, for example.
Yeah. Anyone who votes for the my other policy, aside from like I said earlier, of stealing cars and bashing them into each other, is that
getting rid of Ulis.
Oh yeah, no, you don't get rid of them, but every single person who votes or joins the FDP or whatever is just immediately lobotomized.
These are the last. Okay, sorry. Last thing about this. These comments on this video are the only. Honestly, I have not read this tone of comment on YouTube since the unironic. I'm 12 and no one in my school listens to Iron Maiden. I was born in the wrong generation. Literally, Fabian says, I voted for the SPD for 6 years. I left this year and now I'm in the FDP. Yellow
Fabian.
heart.
What happened?
And then Junta.
Who hurt you,
I
Fabian?
voted for the
Who
SPD.
hurt you, Fabian? Oh.
But that tone is like, and 208, thumbs up is like, you were born in the wrong generation. But, in this YouTube comment section, we're all rational capitalists having a great time.
Yeah, that's basically like,
who
still listens to this after 10 years or something.
Yeah. I just love dudes just like, flying their fat flag of like, I'm never fucking again. That guy who's like Beautiful. The FDP influencer on TikTok, and he's like, why can't a girl like go out on a date with me or whatever? Have you seen him?
No.
You haven't?
I don't know.
He's like always like these things of like, like whenever I go on a date, first thing I talk about is like politics. Why won't a girl like me? It's like, dude, you're in the FDP. Like
this is so weird because I do the same, and for me it works.
Yeah, obviously, duh, because we're cool.
Yeah.
But
we're hot communists.
Exactly. Yeah, like that. Like you want to fuck, bro? Like get better politics. Don't join the FDP. I love it. I love these dudes posting their L's.
And that L stands for libertarian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kolya getting money. That's all I got to say. I will be following his career with great interest. Is all I will say.
I will probably watch that interview with Christian Lindner.
And honestly, really if you want to, like, out of a purely you don't care about politics, you just think it's funny when there's funny YouTube characters, you should make sure that Deutsche Wohnen Enteignung passes so you can get more raging video content from.
He's not even like doesn't even like rage that hard.
Yeah, if you are in Berlin and you have,
he will go on a long walk down a beach if you on September 26th make sure that Deutsche Wohnen Enteignung referendum passes.
Yeah. Yes, Wannsee Beach. We have seagulls as well.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
One seagull.
Okay. And no friends.
No friends.
Yeah. Well, I guess on that note, do we got anything to shout out?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm doing another solo episode for the next bonus. Check it out, and I might unlock the last solo episode. Ooh. Stay tuned.
All right. Well,
please listen.
Please listen to Rob.
Yeah, I'm accepting applications.
He's a good Rob.
I'm accepting applications for if you want to join the Phoenix Suns European bandwagon. I'm allowing you to do this.
We're watching the finals.
Well, yeah, of course, somehow, some way. But yeah, I'm fine with Europeans now pretending that they like the Suns.
I'm not pretending.
No, not you. I'm talking about then, Fabian.
I got to shout out Yulia for picking the Suns when they were down.
I know. Shout out Yulia.
I mean,
listen back, fellas.
I gotta say, like, honestly, no one can, like, you can't choose the level of pleasure you get from starting at the bottom and following.
I know,
up.
it's amazing.
Like,
it's
no matter, everyone makes fun of the bandwagoner.
This is my
like,
year, okay?
You don't,
I'm not making fun of the bandwagoners. I said they can come along.
No, I'm saying the bandwagoner, like, deep down, you will not know the joy.
No, exactly. You would not know.
I just hope you're aware of that.
Yeah. I know. I'm wow. This is beautiful.
But it'll still be pretty cool. So just come on in. Exactly. The water's fine.
Yeah,
exactly. Fabian, Felix, who else? What are there other
Christian,
German names?
Kolja.
Exactly.
Christian.
Yeah. You guys can all hop on board.
Florian.
Yeah.
Alex.
Excuse me, there are no Florians. I'm going to control it. Florian.
Who says Florians? There's always a Florian.
There's always a Florian.
Ah ja, sorry, Florian Senf.
See?
Danke, dass du ihn ausreden lassen hast. Schönes Interview.
Yeah, talking about Chris Paul.
That was a nice interview.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we will see all you guys then on Friday for the bonus episode.
Yeah.
And if you are a Patreon subscriber, if not, maybe you should.
If not, listen to my probably released bonus episode, and if you like it, subscribe to the Patreon so you can hear the next one that will be released on the same day, but behind the paywall.
Exactly.
Behind the paywall. Why does it sound okay?
Yeah. And then for those who don't give us money because you're smart, we will see you guys then all on Monday. Take care.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.